What happens when you get into debt?
Because I don't do big...
High court enforcement.
If you can't pay, they'll take it away.
A recent survey has shown that there are a record 5.2 million small businesses operating in the UK. But for every successful venture, there are many failures that leave a trail of debt behind them.
Brian O'Shaughnessy and Kevin Stokes are High Court enforcement agents. They drive over 500 miles per week, collecting payments for unpaid debts and seizing goods. It's 8 p.m, and they're on their way to West Moseley, Surrey, to collect a debt of nearly £6,000 owed by a small family-run business called Chameleon.
Now we've got Christian Reed trading as Chameleon and Melanie Reed trading as Chameleon. But the good thing is, it's in their personal names.
Because they are named on the writ, Melanie and Christian are personally liable for the £5,800, regardless of whether it's a business debt.
It's this one. Yeah? Yep.
This allows Brian and Kevin to enforce payment at their home.
Hello. Are you Melanie? Hello, Melanie. My name's Kevin Stokes. I'm a High Court enforcement agent for DCBL. I'm here for Christian Reed and Melanie Reed.
In terms of?
High Court writs for Merchant Management Limited, Bathroom Discount Centre.
Did you realise that we're bankrupt?
OK.
And they're included in the bankruptcy.
Cool. OK, have you got the paperwork?
No, but...
We're going to need to see paperwork, unfortunately, Melanie.
You're not, because you have no right to be in here, so I'm going to go in.
OK.
And I'm going to see you later.
Any bankruptcy claim requires careful investigation.
We're bankrupt?
No, well, you need to prove that, otherwise action will continue.
If a debt is written off, it will appear on an official list called an inventory.
So,
we're going to need to see paperwork.
And Brian and Kevin will have to stop action.
We're bankrupt?
No, well, you need to prove that.
It's up to you, but you can search it out.
OK. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
You're not allowed to come into my house.
Why not? I've got a High Court writ to be here.
You haven't.
Yes, I have.
You haven't got permission to come into my house.
I don't need your permission.
The writ allows the agents unforced access to the property.
A lot of people, they get so wound up on the door that they forget they forget they've left the back door open or something like that. So I take that as an opportunity to go and investigate, see if I can find a way in.
Hello, sir. How you doing? OK.
Excuse me, can we just come into someone's house?
Big,
it's not
yes,
that size.
However, yes, it
Not
is.
that size. Oh, lovely. No. How you doing? Sorry. Of course you can.
Get out now of my house. Get out
Don't touch
now.
me. No.
Get out.
Call the police, please. That's assault. It's
No, it's not. Get out of my house.
Got a High Court writ to be here.
OK.
Cool.
Good.
Get your paperwork.
Let's see then,
Go on.
shall we?
Stupid, isn't it? Yeah,
No.
fine, call the police.
Call the police.
Yeah, we're all.
Because you're going to look really silly, aren't
Get your
you?
paperwork then.
Try to hit you.
Just wait for 2 minutes, yeah?
Eh?
Wait 2 minutes.
Don't call him, no?
Just got the paperwork, we'll leave.
Melanie believes that the debt is written off by the bankruptcy. But unless it's on the inventory, the agents have no proof.
Go, fat git.
Thank you.
Because you are.
Thank you very much.
A fat git. Out of my house.
Can I see your infantry,
now.
please?
Sorry?
Can I see your infantry, please?
Can you see an inventory?
Well, if you don't show me, I'm going to continue with action.
No, there isn't one.
If you haven't got one, I'm going to continue with action. OK?
Listen.
No, you listen.
No, you listen. Because you're a
You
thick
listen.
shit.
Thank you very much.
OK? Listen. There is no inventory, you big bully.
OK.
OK, I've got guys in here.
Yeah.
And you're a big bully.
Thank you.
Get out of my house. Because you have no jurisdiction to be here.
Here's my jurisdiction. To be here. That's very smart, isn't it? Now call the police.
Call the police?
Yeah.
Because you're going to get out. Because I don't do big gifts.
Ooh, fantastic. Thank you very much.
That was assault there.
Oh, really?
Yep, fantastic.
Hello, could I have police assistance, please?
Kevin calls the police, while Brian documents the physical evidence of the assault.
I'm a High Court enforcement agent. I'm at an address serving a High Court writ. My colleague has just been struck in the face.
When somebody's verbally aggressive to me, it's part and parcel of the job. It doesn't make it right. Goes in one ear and out the other. When it comes to physical arguments with people, it's a totally different ballgame. We're all family men, we have families, and we come out to work and we expect to go home to our families. But unfortunately, some individuals, they get physical with us, and it's really difficult. You know, what gives them the right to do that? Why should we go to work and be abused?
When Melanie returns, she has allegations of her own.
My arm.
Cool.
That's what you caused.
Okay.
Okay, so I will be seeking compensation.
How was that done, please?
By you restraining me there when you attempted to come in my
I restrained
house
you,
and
yeah?
You had, absolutely.
You do what you need to do. They are coming, they're coming.
Yeah. That's what you've done.
Yeah.
So...
Let the police deal with that.
Leave our house?
No.
We have the police on their way, okay? So
Who's the other gentleman on it?
is a Christian Reed and a
Where's Christian Reed, please?
Reed.
Oh, we don't answer to you, little scumbag. I'd suggest you get out of the house.
I'm not leaving.
You have to leave.
I don't have to do anything.
You have to do what I
No, I
tell
don't.
you
No,
to
you-
do,
no, you-
because
no, I
you've
don't.
made a massive error.
Let's not talk anymore.
No, I have to talk.
I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
Oh dear. Red faces? Love it.
Yeah, from your slap. Can you show me where this debt is on this paperwork, please?
There won't be, because you need to contact
not on it,
the
then.
official receiver.
It's not on it then, is it?
It is. You need to contact the official receiver.
Nope.
Which is included
No, I
in
don't.
that.
No, I don't.
No, I don't need to. Yes, you do.
I'll be continuing with action today. When was your bankruptcy hearing, please?
On the 30th of September 2013.
13, yeah?
Yep.
This went to court on the 1st of September 2014, so it wouldn't be on your bankruptcy paperwork.
Yes, but it was to
No.
do with...
I'll continue with
Oh,
action.
well.
I'll continue with action, yeah, I'll continue with action.
Melanie hasn't provided enough evidence to stop the agents from demanding payment. She and Brian are at a standoff.
Do you know, I've met some characters in my day doing this job.
I've met some thick shits.
Thank you very much.
You are one of them.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to make you, when the police get here, we're going to continue with our duty, okay?
When the police get here, you'll be removed.
What started as a simple debt recovery case is about to take an unexpected turn.
And then the police are here.
Hi.
How you doing? Okay. Okay, I'll let her explain.
I tell you what,
Her first, yeah?
come with me.
Fantastic.
And then my colleagues can speak to these.
Oh, no, I'll stay here. Thank
Well,
you.
we'll go in here then.
Okay,
Let's go in here.
they'll pop through there.
She's become aggressive, rude, she's whacked me in the face. I said, look, you know, that's it, let's just call the police now and get assistance to try and get it resolved. She said she was bankrupt. I said, look, just show me the paperwork, we'll cross the references and we'll leave. No problem, that's all we're asking from you. No, I'm not giving you this, I'm not giving you that. So I'm like, look, we can't leave here until we resolve that. If she had the relevant paperwork, I'd leave.
I'm with you, okay.
But she hasn't.
It's always handy to have police on site because they have to make a note of what's gone on. They have to do their own reports. It also, people think before they tell you a lie because they're lying in front of the police as well, so they could potentially get themselves in a bit of bother. So the police are very handy in this job.
With tensions rising and no settlement in sight, Brian calls the office to double-check procedure.
How you doing? Can I pick your brains? If the county court judgment was made on the 1st of September 14 and it's not on any of the bankruptcy paperwork, we can continue, yeah? That's fine. Fine, we'll continue. That's great. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. Yeah, it's just exactly what I thought. I'm just verifying things with the governor. You know, the debt was accumulated after any bankruptcy hearings or proceedings, so they're still liable for it. So I don't think she'll be too pleased.
Brian's reassured, but Melanie digs her heels in. It turns out she applied for a second bankruptcy, which she thinks clears the debt.
This is from the
Okay.
official receiver.
Cool.
Okay? This is the 27th of February this year. Okay? 27th of February. There you go. 27th of February.
You said that 4 times, I understood that.
Yes, quite.
Okay, can you get this paid, yes or no?
No, I'm not
Okay,
paying it.
I'm going to start removing goods then, okay?
Listen.
The writ authorises the team to seize goods to cover the cost of a debt. Normally, the threat alone forces a debtor's hand, but not Melanie's.
Melanie,
Right, please listen to me for a second.
Melanie,
Melanie,
listen.
the gentleman's trying to
Yeah.
help you. You can pay it now or not, or the
Even
gentleman
though-
will be taken.
Melanie,
That's
We
what
have a
people-
bankruptcy order that protects us from this.
I'm just going to continue with action. I'm going to call vehicles and just carry on, because you're not going to pay it.
This is a deputy official receiver's letter.
And this is a High Court writ. You need to pay it. She's confusing everything, because what she's saying is she's got an order, so I'm like, okay, show me your order. She says, I haven't got an order because we're still trying to sort it out. So I'm like, well, you haven't got an order. We're going around in circles.
Yeah.
We'll go around in circles here. Right,
After an hour, Brian's patience has run out.
I'm going to ask you one more question. Can you pay it?
This is an order
Can you
that
pay this
says...
tonight, Melanie? Can
If
you?
you go against this, I will take severe
He has
action.
nothing to do with them.
Have they checked the register of bankruptcy?
What are we asking him for?
Have they
Why are you
checked?
asking him for? Why are you asking
Because
him?
you should be supporting me in my own
Why should they?
home.
They're here to remain impartial.
Go and check
Can
the
you pay it?
Go
Can
and
you
check
pay it?
the bankruptcy register.
Thank you. Right, let's carry on. I'm just going to carry on.
As Melanie repeatedly refuses to pay, Kevin decides to change tactic.
Sorry, I just got to speak to Christian.
He heads upstairs to search for Melanie's husband.
Hello, Christian. Okay, sir. To be honest, your wife needs to calm down a little bit. She's annoying the police now. You're more civil. To me, you seem more civil. I'm only going to ask you once. Can you pay this and then contest it? If not, then we will have to continue with action.
Just need to check.
Yeah.
I've got to check that, because the thing is, the something's here.
Yeah.
I've got to check that we're doing the right thing.
Listen to me. If tomorrow you are able to prove that everything you're saying is true, then obviously they'll have to refund your money. Okay? We can only act on information that's given to us at the time. We just want to get out of here, to be honest with you. It's upsetting your family. Just pay it. We'll give you your receipt. You can then go and appeal it.
But, I mean...
The hardest thing is paying it now because your wife's kicked off with the other guy and you're going to get it in the ear.
Before Christian can make up his mind,
Get out of my bedroom, you scumbag.
Melanie
I don't want you in my
intervenes.
bedroom. Look at all this paperwork.
No.
You're not paying something that they are fraudulently taking. We are bankrupt. Do you know what I mean? Humiliating enough. You know, there's paperwork and paperwork.
Melanie,
I've shown them emails.
Melanie, we're having a civil discussion, that's all.
Shut
okay?
the door then, because I want that thug out who hurt me.
Let me just have a discussion with her a minute, all right?
Yeah, no problem at all, sir.
No,
Thank you.
come in.
Is he paid?
Right, he wants to pay it.
Yeah, fine.
She's just having a discussion with her. She's telling him not to pay it. He's saying he wants to pay it, so...
Well, listen, do me a favour. Give them a deadline because I'm not... What time is it now? Because these guys got better things to do.
It's 5 to 10, mate.
Right, we'll tell her she's got till 10 o'clock to pay and then... We'll
Let
take
him have the
decision.
talk.
We'll
I'll
take
talk
that
to him,
decision
mate. He's a lot more...
Yeah, all right. I'm surprised the husband didn't come down and try and take over the situation and deal with it, you know. But by the sounds of things with her, she wears the trousers.
Hello, sir. We need to know what you're doing, because obviously the police want to know what we're doing, because
Well, the point is, we are protected under this bankruptcy.
I understand what you're saying, Melanie. I do. I really do.
My paperwork has more stamps on it than your paperwork. And in fact...
Melanie, it's not about how many stamps you've got, OK?
OK, but I think pretty much my paperwork here looks a little bit more authentic than yours.
OK.
It's now 10 p.m. and Brian's deadline is up.
Can you let them know? Are we on stage 2?
Can I just inform you of something, Christian? At the moment, we're at stage 2, which is notice after entry. They're now asking me to move to stage 3, which will incur a £950 sales stage fee. If you do not pay it right now, I will have to move to this stage.
For Melanie and Christian, it's decision time. Stage 3 has a financial penalty.
You won't be able to come backwards off of this once the...
Yeah, we're protected.
Kevin, let's go. Come down. Kevin, come down. We'll go stage 3. Let's go.
Your choice. You won't get the money off these thieves.
Kevin.
OK, right, OK. We're gonna move to stage 3. OK, we're gonna remove.
Stage 3, yeah?
Yep.
Right, start making infantry goods now, yeah?
One second. Brian, hold on.
What? I'm not...
Right, Christian, do you have the card, sir?
Yeah?
Christian decides to pay.
Okay, sir.
So what am I paying?
You're paying this one here, stage 2, which is the original 5,794.80.
But Melanie isn't happy. She's still fighting her corner.
I will pursue the fact that we have been...
Is your husband paying?
Yes.
Good.
To get rid of absolute scumbag thugs. Look at him. No, I'm sorry, but I'm protected by something. We paid, we actually sorted this out. This should never happen. And you are the scourge of society.
Have you got a different card?
But there's a problem. Christian's card is declined.
This one's just saying, please remove card. I don't know if it'll take that sort of card.
Mel.
She's going to get herself nicked, mate, if she carries on for breach of the peace. Just tell her to calm down.
Your paperwork looks nothing compared. I have got 7 stamps on my paperwork up there that your colleague has just seen. 7 stamps. Your paperwork has 1. 1 stamp. I don't even think it's valid.
Christian finds another card, and the debt is paid in full.
Officers, it's all done. All done.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you very much, officers.
Thank you very much, mate.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, officer.
Finally, after 2.5 hours, the job is over.
Do you know what? That was just draining.
Honestly, I feel drained. She's like a social vampire. Sucked the life out of me, mate.
Let's get these receipts done.
He's good as gold.
Yeah. See, he wears the trousers.
He wanted to pay that from a long time ago. What added insult to injury was his card wouldn't be accepted, so he paid on her card, so she paid it.
According to new figures from a major housing charity, the shortage of social housing in the UK has led to a record 9 million people renting in the private sector. But there are increasing concerns that tenants can be evicted without any reason being given by their landlord.
High Court enforcement agents Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner have a combined 60 years of experience. They often work in London, repossessing homes and collecting debts.
Henry Road, Barnet. It's a repossession. It looks like it's a flat or a block of flats.
Today, they're in Barnet to enforce the eviction of 3 tenants who rent from the same landlord.
It's 3 writs, all in the same block of flats. But unfortunately, there are no blocks of flats. Oh, it's here. It's a set of houses. OK. Got that one wrong, didn't I?
It's a small housing estate in a close-knit community.
The first one is number 10. So let's go look at number 10.
The properties are all close together. It's going to be hard for the team to do their work without attracting attention. The first writ is for mother of 2, Jade Saunders. Even Paul and Steve don't know the reason for her eviction. There are no rent arrears.
Hello?
Good morning. OK. Morning. Miss Saunders.
Yeah.
We're from the High Court. We have a writ to repossess the property.
So I had to move today?
Yeah.
Nobody told me.
Well, there's been notices from the county court, obviously. You haven't moved by their prescribed
They
date.
told me they were going to give me a notice.
OK, calm down. Let's go through it. Let's just go through it, shall we?
I'm panicking now.
Don't panic.
Can I call my mum?
Of course.
I don't
Yes,
think
yes,
I-
of course. No problem. Please.
They said they would give me a letter.
What normally happens is, with the county court, the
Are
county...
you taking my stuff?
No, we're not going to touch anything. We're not going to take anything. No, it's OK. Go on. Just take a breath. Take a breath.
Sorry, can I call my mum?
Yeah, of course.
To come in.
No problem, no problem.
Jade knew her landlord wanted her out. But she didn't know it would happen today.
Get through to your mum, and then
She's
we'll...
just gone into bloody Morrison's. Mum, the bailiffs have turned up at my door. Can you come down? Thank you. All right, bye.
She's not 6 foot tall and very big, is she?
She's about
Oh, that's OK. I can probably deal with that. No. What I need to do is impress upon you that you need to get your stuff together.
Okay.
OK? So if you start doing that while your mum's on her way...
But
all right?
he didn't...
OK. Whether he's done anything that he should have done or he promised you, we can't do anything about that.
That's so naughty of him, though.
We can't do anything about that. All we can do is deal with what we've got.
Hello?
Jade's mum phones back.
I've answered the door, talking to the man.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered because we are allowed to gain access.
No, they're allowed to come in anyway. But he's... Yeah, no. It's not that they're gonna... It's really not like how you think. All right, well, can you just calm down? Don't come in all guns blazing because the man's actually really nice.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Calm yourself down. I'll do this bit.
Steve's first job in the eviction is to change the locks, but Jade is still confused about the process.
And are you sure that I can get back in the property with the landlord?
Yes.
And nothing will be taken?
No, nothing at all. It's not part of the writ.
Okay, so nothing's going to be taken.
No, you just get your stuff together.
Arisha, come here, please. Arisha, come here, please. Come, baby, we need to get some clothes.
You need clothes, medication, mobile phone, and then if you've got any identification and that for the council office.
Yeah.
That's the important bit. Get into the council office.
Actually, open for a minute.
Jade's got 1 hour to pack the essentials for herself and her 2 young children.
How to do this PlayStation? How the hell does it come out of the bloody wall?
I think your mum's just come, hasn't she?
Morning.
Can you take this downstairs? Careful, because it's...
I don't know if I can.
I'll do it. Just leave it there.
Okay, it's got a PlayStation in it.
That's all right, just leave it there.
Please be careful with it. Okay, I've got all the boys' clothes. Well, not all of them.
Yeah.
Some of them. Arisha needs to go to nursery in a minute.
No, you've got to forget that, Jade. You've really got to think about milk, nappies.
Oh, nappies.
Yeah, see? I hope this landlord sleeps at night. I hope he's got a conscience. Obviously he hasn't, or she hasn't. What they should do is come down here, speak with us, find out how this has all come about, and find out who the genuine people are in this world. We're law-abiding citizens and we've got to go through all this embarrassment because of greedy landlords.
Steve's nearly finished changing the locks. But all the noise has alerted the neighbours.
Nobody knew it, none of us were being kicked out today. I mean, I've got 2 young kids, what am I going to do?
Paul and Steve still have 2 more evictions to go, and no one knows who's next.
Hello. We have an eviction order for this property. We're from the High Court.
Okay.
If I can explain how the situation works, you've got an hour to get personal things together.
Right.
And then you can make an arrangement with the landlord to come back for the rest of the stuff. Have you got children here?
Yeah, I've got 2 young children.
If you take that to the council, because you've got children involved, they'll give you emergency accommodation.
Okay. So I've got to be out in literally an hour?
Yeah. You have, yeah.
Unlike her neighbour Jade, Kelly is prepared. She started packing after receiving notice from the county court.
Go to Grandad.
Hiya.
Go to Grandad.
But Paul and Steve's visit still comes as a shock.
None of us knew we was being evicted today. All we knew is that we got a possession order and we thought that we would get a bailiff letter so we had time to get out. Nobody knew none of us were being kicked out today. I mean, I've got 2 young kids, what am I going to do?
Paul and Steve's presence on the estate is causing a stir. And there's still 1 more tenant to evict.
No, you're not from number 20, are you? Do you know the people from number 20? And you've got a phone number for or anything? I mean, with the warrant that we've got, we would just break in and repossess it anyway, but we'd prefer not to do that if she's... Hello? Yes, do you live at number 20 here?
Paul reaches Chloe, tenant number 3, on her mobile and suggests that she return home.
So how long will you be before you get home? All right, that's lovely. Thank you very much. OK, the tenant at number 20 is 20 minutes away, on the way back.
When Chloe returns, neighbour Kelly breaks the bad news.
You got an hour to get your essentials. medication, identification, children's clothes, your clothes for a few days. And just come back, make an arrangement with the landlord, and you take...
Do you know how hard it is to get hold of the landlord and the estate agent? This is why I'm in this position.
They cannot refuse to let you back in to get your stuff. Okay?
As long as I
So,
do that.
yeah.
None of the tenants know why they're being evicted, but a neighbour has heard a rumour.
As far as I gather, this is potentially not reliable, but I believe the landlady wants to put in like emergency housing. She can get more
for it.
out of that.
I'm sorry it's all of a shock.
That's okay.
There is it's not in our systems to actually give you a warning.
Okay.
But somebody down here said the landlords want to rent this back to the council as emergency housing. I mean, that's a bit of a conundrum, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, no,
So
the
it could end up back here.
The rumour that was going round was that she was going to knock it all down and redo it all and then do it for higher rents. So she wanted anybody out that was on housing benefit.
Right. Landlords are now evicting people on benefits because of the benefits cap system and the way it's depriving them of 25% of their rental income. They can earn more money by handing the property over to social housing companies and their rent is guaranteed.
I don't know what to do because... Are we even going to have a bed? We won't.
Back at number 10, Jade is nearly out.
We won't have a bed. I don't really fancy sleeping on someone else's bed.
Well, take your bed in then.
If you want to.
I wonder if that landlord will give us the money back for how we've decorated it. The pounds we've spent. No, we tried to keep the property in good nick, painting it. She's had to live with windows that don't work, damp down the wall. And if you think I'm saying this all for sympathy, no, not a chance. Because I will sort my family out, whatever it takes. But I just think they're just greedy. I can't carry anything, Jack, it's my bag.
Okay, just leave it. Maybe I should do this with my foot, but you know.
Jade's mother still wants to know why this has happened.
I don't think it's for rent arrears, though. I think this has been, the court application has been because of it's the end of the tenancy.
Rubbish. That's rubbish. She wants everybody out.
No, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just explaining how the procedure works. It's not for rent arrears because the rent's been paid, hasn't it?
Yeah? Which car are you getting in?
Across the estate, friends and family have turned up to help.
Hello.
So this bag didn't quite make it. And no, they won't fit me, before anybody asks.
Even Steve and Paul lend a hand.
If there's any problems with it, I'll change sides and I will actually, I'll make sure it works okay.
Yes, I've got a lot of stuff up there.
But what you do need to do is to get, a van and 3 or 4 people to help you, so it isn't going to take any longer.
I'll sort all that out for her.
Yeah. You need to go down the gym first, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's okay, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thanks
You
a lot.
take care, sir.
Yeah, you too.
You can phone any time.
All right.
I'll answer the phone.
All right, lovely.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Good luck.
All 3 tenants face the challenge of finding somewhere to sleep for the night. Between them, there are 6 children who are now homeless. It will be up to the council to find them emergency accommodation.
According to recent reports, Britain is in the midst of a debt crisis, with up to 9 million people struggling to repay what they owe.
High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Del Anglin are on their way to Kent to visit a family who owe £2,000 to a vet.
But you'll find that they've had an emergency, they've rushed them in there on a weekend, they're out overnight, and they run up a bill. I know this because I've been through it myself.
Yeah.
You treat them like kids, don't you? Part of the family, you know?
Well, they are kids, effectively.
The High Court order gives them the power to collect payment today. If it's not paid, they'll seize goods to cover the debt.
Ah, 2 cars.
It's tucked away, wasn't it?
The person named on the writ is Sarah Ryan.
What's the matter, mate?
Initially, she owed over £1,000. But the High Court fees have almost doubled the debt.
Do you think they knew we were coming and left the door open for you? Keys are in the door. They must be in, for God's sake.
But to check if there's anyone round the back, first they'll need to get past the dogs.
Do you want to chance that?
Why not?
I've never been attacked by a dog, but I've always felt that they might do. What's the matter? It doesn't take much, particularly if you're looking at the dog and the dog's looking at you. Easy, easy, big chocolate.
Hello.
They say don't maintain eye contact, but I do because I want to know what the dog's going to do.
Huh? Come on. I'm right behind you.
I don't care. Listen.
Hello.
Anybody in?
Hello, how are you? You all right?
Not very well at all.
That's all right. Are you Sarah?
I am.
How are you?
Not well at all.
Okay.
I'm not very well.
My name's Brian.
Yeah.
I'm here on behalf of the High Court.
Right. My kids are here, my husband's
Okay,
at work.
no problem.
I've got an overactive thyroid and I'm really unwell.
Okay,
so I know
no
it's not your
problem.
problem.
No. Listen, I'm here to resolve it in the right
I know,
way.
okay.
All right?
Yeah.
It's obviously for one of the dogs, was it? It had some
Yeah,
care
yeah,
for
it
it,
was, yeah.
Well, we got a balance of £2,097 and 22 pence. No, it's fine, no problem. Hello. So which one was unwell then?
Bella, she had.
Oh, Bella.
Just want to see what they're still asking us for.
The original fee was £1,054 and 65 pence. Yeah, what they've done is there was a county court judgment made against you on the 31st of March. Now what they've done is they've upgraded it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And they basically and they've sent us
Well,
in.
we've got nothing. Honestly,
Okay.
you can look at my bank account. We've got nothing. We got paid last Friday. There's nothing left.
Um,
I've got £5 in my account, and he's got about 80 quid in his. And
Okay.
the car on the drive is a company car. The little car is worth about 400 quid. What can we do? How do I get around it?
If you don't mind me asking, how did the debt occur in relation to Bella?
To Bella, we couldn't really afford to take her in, but we couldn't lose her.
It was an emergency. It was like a hospital for dogs, isn't it? It's not just a vet. What did she have done? What was wrong with her?
She had a fibroid, like a human fibroid, which had got infected and swollen up. So she would have died if they hadn't have.
What was the payment plan arrangement you had with them?
It was over 6 months to pay them.
Over what? How much a month?
139 a month.
Are you not working at the moment at all? No. And your husband's working?
Yes.
What I'd like to do, Sarah, and I'm going to be totally honest, I'd like to look at your circumstances and finalise everything.
Yes.
Have a chat.
Get some clothes on.
And so fine, go and do that, and when you're ready, we'll do that. If we'll wait here till you're ready. Don't worry. We'll only us two will come in. That's not a problem. All right. No problem.
What's the matter, Scottish Terrier?
Hello.
Hello, boy.
That was a bark, didn't you? Eh?
You was having a go at me earlier, weren't you? Yeah.
Hello, Bella.
You want to be
You
mates?
wasn't very well, were you?
Yeah.
Hey? You wasn't very well. Hey? You wasn't well.
Sniff your ass, yeah?
Oh, bless. She's lovely, isn't she? Oh, look at you, eh? When we initially came up here, she knew what this was for. I think she just got a bit nervous and didn't want to answer the door. So our door was open. I think they were hiding. We've come through here, braving it. With you, young man, eh? And she's come to the door. She's got some medical issues. We're going to have a sit down now and look at her circumstances here and look at her income and expenditure, first and foremost. See how they're living. Yeah. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Let's go speak to Mummy. Come on.
Sarah calls husband Ben to let him know the High Court enforcement agents are at the house.
Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry.
All right, baby, I love you.
Just let him know what's happening, yeah? Cool. Is he all right?
Yeah, worried.
Don't worry about that.
Quick peruse.
If she can't pay now, Brian and Dell may have to seize goods.
JVC. Nice. This is the life, eh?
And Sarah may risk losing everything.
You had a bad time, haven't you?
Really rough time. It's been shit. Really. Sorry.
We'll deal with you the right way. Okay, so How many bedrooms?
3. Do you want to have a look?
Well,
Be
Dale,
easier.
you'll have a quick look.
Yeah, I'll have a... Is that okay?
Yeah, fine, I'll let him go. He
More
can
than
go now.
this.
Don't worry about that.
I'll just have a quick peruse.
So, when did you stop work, Sarah?
Well, I wasn't working really for the whole of last year because I had another problem, which has then been sorted, and then this has come on the back of
You had a
it.
bad time, haven't you?
Really rough time. It's been shit. Really. Sorry.
Don't be silly. If you want to have a cigarette or take some time out, you're very welcome to. All right.
It's been horrible.
All right. It's okay. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Listen, Sarah. The only reason I'm asking is because we need to look at your circumstances. You know, that determines how we deal with you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The agents have a duty to enforce the writ, so taking goods could be the only option. Dell goes on a hunt for items of value.
As soon as we gain entry, we're looking. We're asking questions. We're looking for the correct answers, and we're analysing all the time. We're always analysing and seeing what's going on.
JVC. Nice.
Once we've done that, we then make a decision. Again, people's behaviour and how they deal with us reflects on how we deal with them also. So it's the little factors that make that final decision. I'm looking at your whole picture, and I'm looking to make a decision based on all of it, yeah?
The few goods she has won't cover the debt, but since Sarah's been cooperative, Brian wants to give her another chance.
I'm not prying into your business. It may seem that I am, but you can understand. No, it's fine.
We are prying.
But that's fine. I deserve it.
No. But it's just to look at the whole situation. We're happy to set an arrangement for you today.
Okay, thank you. Good.
All right.
Yes, thank you.
I don't think you're going to default it.
The caveat is you don't want to default.
No, because then it ends up coming down on top.
Then it comes back.
It becomes an issue then for us.
Because what we have to explain the formalities, Sarah. If it is defaulted, we can come back and gain entry if we have to.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to come to that with you, Sarah.
No, it won't.
Let's set an arrangement. What do you think, Dale?
I'm mindful that the figure that you were paying before, clearly you defaulted on that, which means there's probably not much point going much higher than that.
No.
Shall we do? Should we do 140 a month?
I've never known him to be so polite.
Really?
Excuse me.
Hey.
I tell you, he's brought the best out of me.
Stella.
She has, bless her.
There you go.
Hello, mate. Are you in the office? Can I speak to someone on the case?
Putting Sarah on a new payment plan might not be simple. As she's already defaulted once before, the client might not agree.
Please do. Yeah, on this number, please. Right. Fine. They're just going to try and get hold of the client now.
All they can do is wait.
Where's Bella? Bella? Hello. Hello, baby. All right, mate. Oh. Hello. Oh, bless. So is Bella on any medication after this treatment?
She's absolutely fine now, thankfully. Aren't you?
She's speaking. You talking? Yeah?
I can. Oh.
Hello? Speaking. No problem at all. That's superb. I'll reiterate that as well. Bye-bye. Lovely.
They've agreed to
Tip.
it. Thanks for that.
Say it. Let it
No,
out. It's not a problem.
I can't.
Yeah?
I'm a well-brought-up young lady.
I think you're going to pay this every month
We are,
anyway.
yeah.
So I don't think there's going to be a problem.
No, okay.
Again, if you do and you see it come in, communicate with us.
Okay, yeah.
I'm so glad you've calmed down anyway. I'm happy that you've resolved it with us.
She's not allowed to get up at the table, which is why she won't jump up. Bella, come here.
Oh, bless her.
Oh, good girl. There we are. Say hi.
Hello.
Oh. Bella.
She's all right, don't worry.
Let's go to the table.
She's fine. Hello, mate. Do you want to write it for me? Do you want to write it for me? You can write it for me. It's not a problem. Well, your breath don't smell too bad. Hello.
Oh. Told you. Bella. Enough. I told you.
No, that's...
on you.
I think she's saying thank you as well, I think. Oh, bless her. She's heavy as well. I didn't want to drop her. That's why I was like stuck. All right.
Thanks,
good luck. Have a good evening.
We will.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye, Bella.
Do you want a photo of her?
Oh, yeah. I want to take one.
Good girl.
Oh, bless her. Look.
Oh. Good girl. No. Gently.
Listen, that's cool, don't worry. Lovely, bye-bye, thank you.
Sarah's been given a second chance.
Look after Mum, all right?
Yeah.
Give her a big cuddle, all right? Bye-bye, bye-bye.
The test will be if she can stick to it. But if she defaults again, next time, no one will be so understanding. Next time, a dispute between neighbours has serious...
Take your glasses!
We meet the people who are losing their homes.
We've got nowhere to go.
You can't leave him because if that pipe comes off, it's life-threatening.
And their possessions.
Will it be all right to tow it behind a transit?
Because whatever happens, if you can't pay...
Get your hands off me!
They'll take it away. On average, UK landlords are owed £1,800 in unpaid rent, and the problem is getting worse. The number of tenants failing to pay their rent has risen by nearly 20% over the last year, and increasingly, landlords are turning to the courts for help. 8 a.m. Steve Pinner and his son Ben are High Court enforcement agents. They're on their way to repossess a property in Hayes, West London.
This morning we have a writ of possession. It's against Mr. Serge Asawasa. The landlord is meeting us there with their locksmith. Jolly good.
The landlord claims the tenant owes £14,000 in rent arrears, but the agents aren't here to collect the money. Their job is to evict him today.
It'll be here somewhere.
No numbers on the door.
It's here. Big old double-fronted house.
Nice.
It's going to be interesting.
The landlady, Ms. Pardeep Verdi, is waiting outside the property with her brother.
Okay, this is Ben.
How you doing, right?
Have you got keys or anything?
Yeah, we've got keys for the property.
That's the front door and...
Okay, if you give us a few minutes, just let us deal with that and we'll come back and find you.
The tenant, Serge, has been living at the property for a year.
It doesn't look empty because there's cars in.
This job isn't going to be straightforward.
Curtains moving, twitching? No?
No twitchers.
Hello?
The High Court writ allows the agents to gain entry to the property.
Hello?
Even if no one answers.
I can hear noises, but...
Hello? I'll take upstairs. There's a lot of rooms here. Hello? It's like a hotel.
And they're all locked. Locksmith's going to have a great day.
This family home is not all it appears.
It's like 40 towers.
Suddenly a man emerges from one of the bedrooms.
Hello, good morning, sir. My name's Ben. We're High Court enforcement. We're here to repossess the property. How many other... Yes, today, I'm afraid. How many people live here?
The agent's visit seems to have come as a surprise.
Is there anyone else in the rooms? Hello.
Hello there.
Someone downstairs.
It's clear that there's more than just one tenant living in the house.
My name's Steve Pinner. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. We have a writ to repossess this property.
I'm a tenant here.
And who's your landlord?
He's upstairs, I believe. His name is Sarge.
Steve quickly assesses the situation.
He's not actually the owner of the property. So he's been subletting. He's been subletting to you without permission.
Right.
And the owner of the obviously not paying the rent across.
He's not been paying the rent.
It would appear so. We have the authority from the High Court to repossess the property. So give you an hour to get your stuff together.
Is he upstairs?
Somebody's upstairs. I don't know what he looks like.
He's upstairs because I can hear his voice.
The man upstairs is Serge, the tenant who's been subletting.
How many people live here?
About 5 rooms.
5. The rest here?
I'm gonna have to stop today.
You're gonna have to start, ringing around.
On properties that have been sublet, the person who originally rented the property has sublet to other people. They're paying them, but he is not paying the landlord. So they're stealing from both sides. They're stealing from the landlord by not paying him, and they're also stealing from the subtenants.
What's happening?
It's a kind of a joke.
Serge, the official tenant, must now face his subtenants.
Am I going to get the deposit back before I go?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you.
You do now realise that you've got to get your stuff together for that move, yeah?
I know that.
I'd appreciate if you please give me my deposit before I start packing up.
Mate.
Even though the man has been paying his rent to Serge, he and all the other occupants must leave within the hour.
That's not a good day for you, I know.
Can I suggest you get dressed?
I will, but I'm just... Yeah, get yourself sorted.
The agents must now check the rest of the house to see who else is living there.
It's a big old gaff, isn't it?
Hello? Good morning, madam. Do you want to get dressed? We're High Court enforcement. There's just rooms everywhere. 5 bedrooms at least?
Well, he's earning a few quid, isn't he? £500 a room per month. 1, 2... Well, he's not paying for that one, obviously. 3, 4, 5... Making £2.5 a month. Doesn't have to go to work, does he?
Landlady Pardeep and her brothers have come into the property. The agents must break the news that their tenant, Serge, has been letting rooms out and collecting rent without their permission.
Apparently, they've been subletting it illegally.
I can't believe this. Every single room here.
I'm out of stress this man's
He's got to go.
He's got to go.
Legally, Serge must leave today, but the landlords have to let him back into the house at a later date to collect his possessions.
He is going to go outside the door, but they are going to have to come back and collect their stuff.
You know, there's a £15,000.
Of course, I know
so
that.
you can understand.
This is not fair.
Serge has overheard the landlord's conversation.
We will leave, but we will not move our stuff today. You can do that to me. But we will leave today, but we will not move our stuff today. Shut your mouth.
I don't need to shut it, sir.
Look at you. Look at you. I'm going to shut your mouth.
You need to be packing.
The agents must act quickly to calm the situation.
Serge.
If you talk to me like that
Serge.
again.
Serge.
What started as a simple repossession is threatening to spiral out of control.
Calm down.
Let him talk again to me like that. I will smash his head.
Wow.
Hayes, West London. High Court enforcement agents, Steve and Ben, were carrying out a repossession.
Hello? Hello?
They had a writ to evict tenant, Serge Asawase.
It's like a hotel.
But they discovered numerous other people living at the property.
I'm a tenant here.
And who's your landlord?
He's upstairs.
He's not actually the owner of the property.
Serge, the tenant, was subletting the house and not passing the rent on to the landlord. He now owes £14,000.
Sarge, I'd appreciate if you please give me my deposit before I start packing up.
No.
The landlord wanted him and all his belongings gone today.
The amount of stress this man's
He's got
caused
to
us.
go.
He's got to go.
And tempers flared.
We will leave today,
Yes,
but
you
we will
will.
not
In the
move
next
our
hour.
stuff today.
Calm down.
Let him talk again to me
Stop.
like that. I will smash his head.
Wow.
Now, the agents must use all their negotiating skills to get this challenging eviction back on track.
How you getting on?
I can't move all my stuff today.
How much stuff have you got?
I didn't get a notice.
You won't get any notice. You've had
It's not
notices.
happening. You can say whatever you want.
You can have... I'm not finished. The landlord is owed £14,000 apparently.
He's not all that. We were going to pay him. He refused to take our money and came to an agreement and said we should not pay him. We should just leave. Listen, we
fair
had
enough.
the money to pay. It wasn't doing any repairs.
Okay.
I know what we did. Everyone in here knows that we're going to be moving out of this house around December, not today.
Serge claims the landlords had agreed to let him keep the £14,000 in outstanding rent and let him move out in a month.
You need to go back to the landlord and tell him that these people, you had an agreement with them and you didn't, you've gone.
Okay.
So they've played us.
But the landlord's brother denies Serge's claims.
We've had no negotiations with him. No. Don't talk nonsense. We want you out. We want you out with your stuff. We want you out.
Don't you dare talk to me like that. Yes, but you saw it, right?
Calm down.
Good. If he talks to me again like that,
I'm not shouting, so please don't shout at me.
I'm not shouting at you. I said, tell that
Serge,
guy.
I'm trying to talk to you.
Now it's upset me because you.
I'm not here. I'm not here to take sides.
Good. Let him not come upstairs and talk to me like that.
Look, calm down.
When people try to be reasonable and then he comes up and he's like,
Look,
we're not going to give you no time, blah, 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 this, that. What does he think? This England, I'm still going to get the time at this. I'll leave this stuff in here and I'll come back and I will get my stuff.
Serge
must leave today, But he's adamant that he won't take all his belongings with him, as it's his legal right to return at a later date to collect them. Ben tries to negotiate a solution with the landlord.
By us telling him he's got to get all this stuff out now, it's causing a problem. So I would suggest letting him come back with, like the rest of them, to get their stuff. What we'll do is when they arrange a day, all the tenants...
In one time?
One time.
Okay.
Okay, let me just go back in.
Ben has managed to get the landlords on side.
Okay, I've spoken with the landlord and lady.
Yeah.
They have agreed to let you store your stuff here for a few days, like you've asked. Okay?
Great.
Do not take this kindness as weakness, okay?
No, it's not.
I'm going off day party.
Just as the eviction seems to be back on track...
You are Patrick?
Yes. One of Serge's subtenants arrives home, and he's in for a shock.
I paid my rent.
I understand that.
You know, and
I understand.
What actually happens here? You know, what's happened here? He didn't pay or what?
He didn't pay.
He wants to know why he's being evicted when he's always paid rent to Serge.
This is just ridiculous. You don't pay the rent. He said you don't pay the rent. You know what I mean? Let me. What is the truth then?
I don't know.
Listen. Do you know the real story?
Yes, you've told me. You've told me.
Good, thank you. So,
what about if I'm 100 miles away?
Patrick, listen. I told you that we were going to move in December, right?
Yeah, but that's not the point. You know what I mean?
No.
What, I will be homeless or what? You know what I mean?
You're not going to be homeless.
You know, no, I don't be homeless because I haven't had accommodation already 2 months. You know what I mean?
The agents have been in the house for almost an hour and a half. The first subtenants are finally leaving.
Yeah, good. Might be old, but I'm good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm just sorry that you're in a position, and I hope today gets better for you.
Yeah. I was not even. No one. I think no one was aware.
And that's the sad part of it.
Yeah. He signed contracts with everyone, taking deposits. You know, he's done things the right way. So obviously, no one had any doubts about anything.
I wish you good luck for
Thank you.
Finally, 2 hours after the agent's arrival, Serge leaves the property. But despite subletting the house and owing £14,000 in rent, he still feels he's been wronged by the landlords.
Looking at it from a point of view of others, they're thinking, okay, he's gone away with 14 grand of rent, right? But the whole of this eviction process is a painful process, right? I had a 3 years lease agreement on this house, which has come short because of the problems I encountered. I'm the one that's been treated in an unfair manner. If they're throwing me out, probably that 14 grand is some kind of compensation, don't you think? I'm using it to get accommodation now.
Ben hears that Serge already has a plan.
He's got another property. You know that? He's got another property.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to do the exact same thing over and over again.
You'll be there in 6 months.
The family will have to decide whether to pursue Serge for the £14,000 he owes. But for now, the agent's work is done. More than half of small businesses are worried about cash flow, with many struggling to pay invoices on time. Late payments are causing more and more businesses to go into debt, and some to fold altogether. High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Delroy Anglin are in Worthing, Sussex, to collect a large debt from a car parts company.
Right. Dale, me old cocker. What we got next, mate?
We are going to AGB Parts Limited. In the first instance, we're looking to collect £10,121.
That's a lot of bloody parts, isn't it?
Yeah.
The money is owed to a van rental business after AJB Parts hired vehicles and returned them in a damaged condition.
Do you want to go in now?
AJB Parts is registered at the home of its owner, Mr. Greg Berek.
5th floor.
5th floor? Always.
It's always right.
Always the way, isn't it? Yeah.
Mr. Barrack is the keys.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. I'm looking for AJB Parts Limited.
Yeah.
Is that you?
No, not me.
Who's that then?
My husband.
Is he in?
No.
Where is he?
He's in work, I think, at the moment.
Can you contact him?
Yes.
We're from the High Court. It's regarding a debt.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Hello, Mr. Berwick?
Yeah, that's me.
Yes, my name's Mr. Anglin. I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
Yes?
I've got a High Court writ regarding monies you owe to Rossets UK.
Oh. I'm quite confused because I start paying them back money.
What?
So I don't know what you're gonna do.
Mr. Barek says he's been paying the debt off in instalments, but the claimant went to the High Court to speed up the process, and it must be settled today. Dell needs him to come home to discuss the matter face to face.
Well, how far are you from your house, sir?
Sorry?
Well, where are you working, sir? Where do you work?
I could.
Okay.
Can you pass me to my wife?
Yeah, she's here. She's listening.
Yes.
Ale to nie puszczę, bo że nie ma. No dobra, no.
Okay. And he will be here in 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
That's
okay,
good.
Can you wait?
I'll be happy to wait. No
Yeah.
problem at all.
Mrs. Barek and her child suddenly leave in the lift.
Do you notice how adept she was at making sure the door was closed? Oh, yes. So it tells me we're not the first. Well, it tells me she's been warned.
The agents are suspicious and do some digging while they wait for Greg Berwick to arrive. A letter of enforcement has already been sent to his workplace.
Oh, amazing. I've got some new details. He said he had a unit down by the airport. I've actually found out what the unit is from the claimant. They've given us those details. If we don't want to pay, we'll have to go to him then, won't we?
If the agents can't get Greg to settle the debt when he arrives, Brian has a plan B. They'll go to his unit at the airport and seize his business assets.
I've got the unit he's training from. I don't want him to be aware of that.
Absolutely correct.
Okay.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. We'll just say, look,
let's crack on.
Not much more we can do here.
You've got to be able to think out the box a little bit, and if you can keep the element of surprise, it's all good. You've got every chance of recovering something.
45 minutes later, company owner Greg Barek arrives home.
Hello.
Oh, are you Greg?
Yeah,
How are you, Greg? How are you?
Good, guys.
We have a High Court writ for just over £10,000. Long story short, you need to get £10,000, okay?
Yeah, but how I can pay if I don't have money? Seriously, because this is not just one bill what I have to pay, you know? It's some bills what I have to pay as well.
At the end of the day, this bill needs to take priority because this has got a High Court writ. Look, I just want to collect the money,
Yeah.
okay?
I don't have nothing.
You see that big man there, my
Yeah.
colleague? He doesn't have the patience that I have.
I understand, but you know what I can say.
The agents want to give Greg one last chance to resolve the matter now.
50%, £400 a week arrangement.
You want to pay half of it?
I don't have that.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Let's go.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
But Brian and Dell haven't finished with Greg yet.
Okay.
Let's have a go. Let's have a look down there, mate. He's got money around him. He don't want to pay it.
Greg may think he's off the hook, but the agents are about to surprise him at his workplace. And this case is far from over.
Tell you, he's shooting straight back down there now, mate.
We'll sit down there.
Worthing, Sussex. Brian and Dell were trying to collect a £10,000 debt owed to a vehicle rental business by company owner Greg Barek.
Hi, good morning. I'm looking for AJB Parts Limited.
Yeah, my husband.
Greg let slip where his business was based.
Where are you working, sir? Where do you work?
I've got the unit he's training from. I don't want him to be aware of that.
Absolutely correct.
When Greg met the agents outside his home, he claimed he couldn't pay.
Look, I just want to collect the money.
I don't have nothing.
The agents had a plan.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
And let him leave.
Let's go. He's shooting straight back down there now, mate.
We'll sit down there.
Now Brian and Dell are on their way to see if Greg has returned to his airport unit.
We're on the trail again. We're on the trail.
If he's there and still refuses to pay, the agents will seize his business assets to cover the debt.
So how do you want to play this one? Just get there and call him out?
Cool. Gloves off him if we find his assets and that down there. It's for him to prove what's with what and who's with who.
Brian and Dell's tactics appear to have paid off.
Let's just go there.
Oh, yeah.
I think you're fine. What's on the boxes, mate?
I don't know, but you know what?
Go in there.
I'm about to go and find out.
The large warehouse is full of goods.
Hello again, Greg. This is where you're at, yeah? AGB Parts.
No, it's not. not here. Here is completely different building. We're working for them.
You're working for them?
Yeah.
What's the score?
He says he's just working for them.
Okay. Okay, do you want to get your governor out then? We'll stand and talk to him.
Sorry?
Do you want to get your boss out then?
No, he's not here.
Greg claims that his company, AJB Parts, is not based at the warehouse and that he's working here for a different business. But the agents are suspicious.
We're going to have a problem, aren't we?
Why?
Well, Unit 18, AJB Parts Limited.
Here. What's the checkbook doing here then?
Your company's here.
No, it's not here.
Don't lie to me.
I'm not lying.
Oh dear. At the end of the day, I want you to pay this debt.
Yeah, that's what I said to you. I will pay.
What did I say to you?
Yeah, I will pay, but like I said, I don't have the money to pay that.
Find the money to pay half of it then.
I don't will find today, seriously.
When debtors lied to me, I kind of smiled to myself, but I'll only let the lie go for so long. When you've got a High Court writ, and you've got the right person in front of you, and you're there, they've got assets that need to be removed if they're not going to pay, then that's what you're going to do.
The paperwork proves that AJB Parts is based at the warehouse, so Brian and Dell can seize assets to cover the £10,000 debt.
Okay, have you got receipts, invoices for everything here, yeah?
This is the stuff what just arrived today.
Okay, what's arrived today?
Boxes, nothing more.
Greg now claims that most of the goods in the warehouse don't belong to AJB Parts.
Right, let's start from the back.
Brian and Dell investigate the stock.
Who does the tow truck belong? Not tow truck, the electric forklift, yeah.
It belongs to the owner who's coming down. I don't have nothing, basically, just for this year.
It appears multiple companies are trading at the warehouse, and Greg's company only owns a small amount of the stock. But Brian hopes that the threat of taking away what little he does have will prompt Greg to pay.
Okay, we'll call a vehicle down to remove goods. Stuff that you can't provide invoices for, we'll take control of, okay? Yeah?
The reality of his situation finally sinks in.
He's on the phone now. He was on the phone a minute ago. So sometimes you need to just give him that little, come on, sort yourself out.
Greg finally has an offer for the agents.
1,200 quid, maybe 15, but on Friday I will try to do the best and manage 2.5. This is maximum what I can do. Seriously, if you think it's not, take a step. Basically, I will have to finish everything. I will go to bankrupt.
Well,
and,
then...
and on the end of the day, no one don't take any money.
When somebody can't pay and they have little assets, we'll look at their financial situation, but we have to exhaust all avenues in trying to collect it before we consider doing an arrangement.
After an hour at the warehouse...
I'm trying.
Are you?
Yes, I'm trying.
The agents think they've pushed Greg as far as he can go.
Let's do the 15 today,
let's accept what you're saying. We'll bring the 15, get the 1,500, then we can set an arrangement that you can afford to pay. How does that sound?
Okay.
A deal is done. £1,500 today, another £2,500 by the end of the week, and then £1,000 a month for the next 6 months. Greg heads home to get the cash.
I just think we've caught him a little bit on the up where the money is concerned.
He knew this was coming.
20 minutes later, Greg is back with the £1,500.
Well done. Okay. Thank you very much. Be good.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Excellent.
Greg will now have to stick to his payment plan to clear the remaining £8,500, or the agents will be back. Property repairs are now the leading cause of dispute between tenant and landlord. Over a third of all UK landlords claim they've had their property damaged in the last year. At the same time, 250,000 tenants have withheld rent, claiming their landlords have taken too long to make urgent repairs.
This is a two-way road, 30-mile-an-hour speed limit. I notice you're doing 35.
I'm not, I'm doing 30.
Watching these junctions left and right, there might be children lurking behind this car. Watch the bollards.
I'm listening to the bollards.
High Court enforcement agents Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner are in London to carry out another eviction.
The writ we have this morning is a writ of possession.
And where is it?
The landlords claim they've lost £20,000 as their tenant Faisal Azim hasn't paid rent for a year.
It doesn't say that the landlords are meeting us. The landlords may or may not be there.
Mr. Azim and his family have already had notice of the eviction, and he's packing the car, ready to leave.
That's those people moving there.
Oh, well, there you go. Let me quickly get out. This is going to be one of those ones. Hello.
I've got family in the house. We know what you're here for. Listen, what I need from you, let me phone the council, yes?
What are you ringing the council for?
So they're going to have to, he told me to give me a ring as soon as you arrive, because obviously I've got 8 children, my friend. Yeah?
This is your house?
I've got 3 kids in there.
Let's stop you there. This is your house?
Yeah, I'm there.
Right, let's try again. I'm Paul.
Hello, Mr. Ahmed Omar, can you give me a ring, please? The bailiffs are here. You told me they'll call you when they arrive. Can you call me back ASAP, please, yeah? Thank you.
As there are 8 children in the house, Mr. Azim has been waiting for the agents to arrive so that he can take the eviction notice to the council and seek emergency accommodation.
This is for you.
All right.
Okay.
Mr. Azim claims he stopped paying the rent when the landlord refused to do repairs to the house.
Look, I've gone and paid for a skip myself. I've
I see
got the
that.
done for them. I've cleaned my property. You know what I mean? I'm not making a scene. They're making a scene, mate. And if you know the scene can get only accelerate. We're not making one. If you're going to make one, we'll give you one, mate. It's not big. We've all been to prison. Don't mind going again.
Despite his disputes with the landlord, Mr. Azim seems willing to leave. But then the landlord's agent arrives, and Mr. Azim's brother becomes agitated.
So you're the agent?
I'm the agent.
Okay.
Tempers are rising, but then the landlords themselves arrive.
Hi, Paul. I'm Veronica,
Hello.
landlady.
Do they know you?
I think they know me, yeah.
Yeah, just don't go in there yet. We know from experience that if the landlord is standing behind us or is visible to the tenant, the whole situation is likely to be turbocharged. It's purely aggravating if he is.
Mr. Azim is concerned about his family's belongings.
I've got a big sofa and a couple of washing machines and that. Am I going to be able to get that?
Yes, you are going
to.
You are going to be able to get back in there. Yes.
When is that?
Well, you need to make an arrangement with the landlord.
You need to make this arrangement for me, Dinka, because these people here, they're not communicative at all.
Okay. Well, what we'll do is I'm going to put this on your door. This is our office number.
The last of the belongings are packed, and Mr. Azim and his family leave. Monica and her parents are now free to return.
Been told
The house was originally for you and your sisters?
Yes, I mean, my parents bought it as an investment for my sisters and I, so we rented it out to a family. But right now, we're in debt for £20,000. My mum and dad are suffering.
The tenant's assertion that they withheld rent because repairs weren't carried out is a surprise to the family.
Is that what you said? He's withholding the rent?
Withholding the rent because there's water coming through the roof.
Why didn't he ever tell us that?
The property has been managed by an agency. This is the first time the family have been inside for a year, and they're in for a shock.
It's disgusting, isn't it, really, all this? I mean, look at the kitchen.
No.
It's totally wrecked it, haven't they? I think they did it on purpose, you know.
Upstairs, the scale of the damage becomes clear.
They destroyed the whole house, innit, really, basically.
Well, you've got 8 children here and presumably 2 or 3 adults.
Monica's father thinks that the problem in the house isn't damp, as the tenants claimed.
They haven't been opening windows at all, innit?
It's condensation. It's condensation everywhere.
This building should have been inspected every so often, but obviously it's not been done properly. It's going to cost us a lot of money. I just can't comprehend it, actually. I've never seen a place like this.
The smell and the state of the property proves too much for Monica and her mother.
Excuse me, we just need to get past from my vomit. I cannot breathe in there. I mean, you can tell it's it smells like animal urination, this and that.
The eviction is complete, but Monica and her family now face another battle.
I mean, the nightmare's over now, but this is just the start of another nightmare, which is to retrieve the money and fix the property, which is, to me, just seems beyond repair. It's been fairly emotional, you know, for my mom. Thank you.
Monica and her family have got their house back, but Brian and Dell are about to meet a woman who stands to lose what little she owns.
I don't want to take your stuff.
Well, you have to, because...
Listen, Leslie, do you understand the implications?
In the past 10 years, average personal debt in the UK has increased by nearly 20%, reaching almost £50,000. As Britons continue to borrow more and more, almost 1 in 3 will struggle to pay off these mounting debts. High Court enforcement agents Brian and Dell are on the Kent coast with a writ to recover over £6,000.
Lovely on the old seafront here in Margate.
Yeah, look at
I haven't been down here for years. My mum used to take me down here as a child.
We're going to see Miss Leslie Clark. She owes money to Mr. and Mrs. John Cressy. In the first instance, we're looking to collect £6,176.77.
The debtor, Leslie Clark, was taken to the county court 3 years ago for unpaid rent on her previous property, but the debt was never paid. Now her former landlords have escalated the case to the High Court to get it resolved.
So look, what numbers are here?
17. It's going to be...
No, it's going to be here then. Let's leave this here for now.
The team need immediate payment, or they can seize possessions to cover the debt.
Ooh.
Hello. Hello. At least they're friendly. How are you?
Good for you.
My name's Brian. I'm looking for Leslie Clark. How are you? I'm from the High Court. I'm here with the High Court writ. The claims are Mr. and Mrs. Cressy. John Cressy? Cressy?
Oh,
yeah, what's that for? Rent arrears?
Well, yeah, they evicted me from the house and everything, but I haven't heard anything since then.
Okay, come on, let's get you in. Rooney, come on in, you get. What they've done is, they've upgraded it to the High Court for us to pursue you to collect the money outstanding. We've got a balance of £6,176.77. There's a copy of the writ for you. So, why did they evict you?
Because I got into a bit of trouble with paying the rent. It didn't go on for very long.
Fine. Are you working at the moment?
I don't work.
You don't work at all? So is there any way we can get these funds paid?
I don't have rent.
You don't?
Leslie claims she can't pay, so the agents need to change their approach.
If you read the High Court writ, it clearly states on there that we're commanded to take control of any assets or goods that you may have here to cover this debt.
I don't have anything. It's my partner's house, Mr. Sykes. He works on P&O Ferries.
Okay. So how do we move forward from here? What we need, if we can't get this paid, we're going to have to look around and see what assets there are. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I don't know if you want to have a little think or make some telephone calls and see what you can do. That would be great. No?
I've got 5 children. I don't think they're going to be.
Okay.
The seriousness of the situation doesn't seem to be registering with Leslie.
We're going to go down the route of possible enforcement and removal of goods then, yeah? Because you can't pay it at all.
Okay then, if that's what you have to do.
Well, yeah, because you can't pay it.
No, I can't. I don't work, so.
Okay, fine, we'll do that. Okay, thank you. I don't think it's really kicked in yet, but maybe I'll try a bit harder and maybe push the point and say, look, this is what's happening. Maybe she needs to hear that a bit more.
Well, look, I don't want to take your stuff. I don't.
Well, you have to.
Not if you can pay.
I can't pay. How does it work?
There must be something we can sit down and organise. Because, Leslie, listen, Leslie, do you understand the implications? No. How do you support yourself financially?
Financially, I don't. My other half, he pays the bills here.
All right.
Dell wants to find out how Leslie got into debt.
So, you haven't worked?
No, I've never worked.
You've
I
never
brought up
worked?
5 children. I was carer to my mum. I just started care work and was in college. And then my other 2 sons are estranged from England.
You don't have any contact at all?
Oh no, they're from my first marriage, my first husband. They're with him.
So you never got any money or anything from the divorce? No. So when you came here, what did you come here with? Nothing?
My children.
Your children and the clothes on your back?
A black sack and a pushchair.
It seems that Leslie was left with almost nothing after a divorce fractured her family.
You've had a tough time with that, haven't you?
I have, but I say Roy's here now.
He's a good man, isn't he?
He is lovely. He is lovely.
Sometimes there are underlying issues that we need to be aware of. We do try and show a lot of empathy, but we still have to do our job, and we have to please everybody, which is quite difficult.
Leslie has been through a family crisis, but if she can't find a way to settle the debt, her former landlords could force her into bankruptcy.
What could you and Royston afford
He
to.
was here now, but he does week on, week off, and he went yesterday.
Yeah.
So he's back next.
I'll tell you what, why don't you give him a call? Tell him that we're happy to do an arrangement for you and let us know what figure you come up with. All right? Yeah. OK.
The agent's only option is to set up a payment plan, but as she has no income of her own, Leslie calls her partner Royston for help.
Got like the High Court writ, and I told him I haven't got the money. Don't worry about me, they are very nice people, so don't worry, I know you're so far away and you're probably panicking, but if I give you to the man, yeah?
Hi, Royston. Hello. Hello, sir, how are you? Thank you very much for your time. What we need to know is what figure we can get a month towards this debt. Bearing in mind it's about £6,000.
Done a bit busy, all my wages goes on the household bills and stuff,
Yeah.
so I haven't got anything.
What could we afford?
Oh, God. I mean, I could only do, like, I don't know, between £50 and £100 a month.
So say £100 a month, how's that sound?
Yeah, that'd be brilliant.
All right. When somebody can't pay and they have little assets, we'll look at their financial situation and make the right decisions. You know, we understand people are having difficult times, so we have to look at what's in front of us and try and help as best we can.
Yeah.
OK, leave it to me. We'll get back to you. We'll give you a text or something so we're not annoying you. All right.
Okay.
All right, chap. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you.
Here you go. OK, let's go down to the kitchen. Let's get all this paperwork written out.
Royston is only able to pay a fraction of the debt each month, but it's clear to the agents that he's pushed himself to the limit. Brian accepts his offer.
Listen, thank you. I know it's been difficult for you today. Yeah.
It's just a bit shocked. It's like I've never heard from
Well, we appreciate you having a smile on your face. Yeah. But, you know, you didn't have to be, did you? You could have been all effing and blind and all sorts, wouldn't you?
Oh, my mum's alive, she'd kill me for sick.
Would she?
The case is over for now, but if Leslie doesn't keep up with the repayments, the agents will have to seize what few possessions she has.
Bye-bye, Leslie.
Bye-bye, thank you.
I mean, to be fair, it'll be paid off in 5-6 years if she doesn't miss a beat. You know, 5-6 years of her life. Sounds like a long time, but when you get to our age, it flies by pretty quick, doesn't it?
Anyway, should we go for a dip then, Delroy? See you over there.
I'm not treading water is not my thing.
It's a game of allies and loyalties as 5-star steps inside the fiercely divided Wentworth.
What happens when you get into debt
That's your name? It's not my name.
and you can't or won't pay it back?
I'm going to seize the car in front of the drive, the Ford.
In this series, we meet the people who are losing their homes,
Get out!
No, don't raise your voice at me.
We never receive any notice.
their cars,
If I give you the keys,
yes,
how do I know I'm going to get the car back?
and their possessions. We meet the people who are owed money
Welcome to hell.
and the people whose job it is to collect it.
If you don't open the door, you'll smash the glass.
Because when you can't pay,
Don't speak to me like this, I'll take your head off.
they'll take it away.
There's like different forms of scum in life, but you're just a higher class one.
Take him out.
It's claimed nearly 9 million people in the UK are in severe debt. The government-backed Money Advice Service says 1 in 6 of those are seeking professional help for it.
Our personal debt mountain is getting bigger and bigger. In the UK, we now owe over £4 billion more than we did a decade ago. And with debt rising, collecting and repossessing our assets has become a booming business. One of the most frequently seized items is our cars. Hundreds are repossessed every week, with more and more people getting that dreaded knock on the door. Mike Allenby and Terry Jones work for Nemesis, a car repossession company covering the northwest of England. Mike, a former private detective, has been doing car repossessions for some time, but Terry is new to the game.
Right, Renault Clio Dynamic.
Today, they're on their way to Liverpool to repossess a vehicle on a tough estate in Merseyside.
Oh, this is a place, isn't it?
Oh, proper around here, mate. Proper.
Hired by private finance companies, they are paid by results.
This one?
Yeah, but it's a sat-nav. Yeah.
The more cars they recover, the more money they make.
Excellent.
A good month can net them over 100 motors.
We've got the car here, we're clamping it now.
The owner owes several £100s on a loan he's taken out against the value of the car. Short-term schemes like these provide quick access to cash with no credit checks, but often come with huge interest rates.
Got it.
Some as high as 400%. And when you can't pay, Mike and Terry get the call.
Because of the type of finance that's on it, the vehicle doesn't actually belong to the person that's took the finance out on it until they've paid it off.
With a clamp on, Mike wants to give the owner the chance to pay up.
When you knock on the door, your face is the first real face that these people have seen. So everything else has been conducted via letters or telephone calls, so they usually tend to vent their spleen at you at the door. Can hear a dog.
Hear a dog, yeah.
Whether the owner's home or not, they can still take the car, as long as the finance company have given the go-ahead.
Got a mobile number. So give him a ring.
Mike and Terry have no idea how many letters or phone calls the car owner has received chasing up the bad debt. They're only here for one thing, and that's the car.
We're repossession agents and we're currently outside your property. We have your vehicle on clamp. I wondered if you could give us a call back, please. We can wait half an hour and then we'll have to remove the vehicle. OK, cheers. Thank you.
Then the phone goes.
Hello?
It's the office.
Oh, OK then. OK, all right. Sorry? Well, apparently he said he's going to come outside and set fire to it. OK. All right, then. Cheers for the heads up. All right, ta-ra.
Well, barbecue time, is it?
Just watch our backs, that's all. Can't do anything else. At the end of the day, you're there to collect the car. And it's an asset. It belongs to the finance company, our client. And we have to protect that.
The car owner is back.
What are you filming for? Take the cameras. Well, you can't. I'm not giving you permission to film. But I'll rag that and I'll smash it all over the street.
Excuse me.
Don't speak to me like I'm some sort of... because I'll take your head off. Cheeky. I'll smash that car up right in front of everybody, but I'll kill you.
There's quite often threats are made in that manner, be whatever it is. We've had threatened to throw bricks out the window, or things, all kinds of stuff like that. You can find yourself just laughing it off, really. But it can turn out that they will do what they're threatening to do.
The charity Shelter claims that more than 200,000 households in England are at risk of repossession or eviction. Amongst the worst hit areas include Luton, Nottingham and London.
Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner are High Court enforcement officers. Commonly known as sheriffs, they spend their time chasing debts from those who can't pay and those who won't pay.
Are we the only sheriffs out there doing anything? No, perhaps we're doing too much.
Working under the authority of the High Court, they're the officers people turn to when all other avenues have failed. They have the power to seize your possessions to cover your debts and evict you from your home if you've fallen behind with your payments.
How far?
1 minute.
1 minute.
Today, the team are en route to Hertfordshire with a repossession order to evict a man from his home of 19 years. The debt has risen from £5,000 to almost £30,000 in the space of 3 years, with the addition of fees and costs.
That looks like somebody standing outside in the cold, waiting for us.
Paul and Steve are being met at the house by a representative of the official receiver.
Is there anybody in, do you know, or is it?
I've been here for an hour and there's been no movement and no lights.
OK.
So I don't think there is.
The homeowner was made bankrupt 3 years ago after failing to pay a bill for the Inland Revenue. His debts have led to the official receiver taking control of his assets. They've already assessed the value of the property and decided to repossess and sell the house. Paul and Steve's arrival marks the beginning of the end. The debtor and his wife will be made homeless.
Well, if you're going to repossess a private home, it's not a good feeling because people will have lived there for years. On a scale of like 1 to 10, how good you feel about it, it's got to be 0.
The back door into the conservatory is open.
Their High Court powers allow them to take control of the property immediately.
Anybody there? Hello? Steve, you just get the small belt croppers. No. There's nobody in. The house is obviously occupied. The court order came out from the county court 3 weeks ago, so it's not as if they haven't had plenty of warning. The 13th of August was the date of the judgment, so they're just still sitting here.
With no one at home, the sheriffs are breaking in.
Locksmith time.
Yeah. The techniques for getting through a locked door, our first choice is always to talk people into opening the door. If that fails, we carry a complete range of kit in the van that we can make entry with, so starting from crowbars from sort of 8 inches to 4 feet, electric tools, drills and so on.
In seconds, they enter the house.
Can you just bear with us a sec? Because there's a dog in here. We want to make sure the dog's OK.
Oh, right, OK.
The entrance of 2 complete strangers has frightened a dog living in the property.
Don't tread in the floor in the kitchen.
Come on, you old softy. Do you mind if I go out? Can't deal with dogs' houses.
Come on, let's shut you outside here. Come on. Come on. Good boy, come on. I felt quite bad that we'd frightened the dog. Everybody else stayed outside while I cleared up the mess and then made friends with the dog, found the dog biscuits, and we ended up the best of friends.
I brought you 2 in case you want a double rat, you know, for extra.
How do they do it? It falls to me to get it up because I've got dogs and children.
My children don't poo on the floor.
Hello, sweetheart. Good boy.
15 minutes after the sheriff's arrival, the man they're going to evict finally arrives home.
Get out! Come, get out! Get out! You are the owner of you are a resident of the property, are you?
I am.
OK. We're here today to repossess the property.
Stay at me, please.
No.
You're supposed to be invited in, not breaking.
We have a warrant that allows us to break in.
Sir?
Yeah, just calm down, calm down.
OK. This is the
We understand, hang on. We understand that this is a disaster and it's a surprise to you. Trust that we will deal with it as nicely as we can.
The homeowner, Neil, works as a taxi driver. He's lived here with his wife for 19 years. But his £30,000 debt is about to bring that to an abrupt end. Back in Liverpool, car repossession experts Mike Allenby and Terry Jones are on their guard as they attempt to recover a car from a tough estate. The owner has threatened to set fire to the vehicle after defaulting on a loan secured against it.
Don't speak to me like this, I'll take your head off.
Threats are commonplace, but Mike and Terry can never be sure whether they'll turn into actual violence.
What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
Sorry?
What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I'm asking you what you're waiting for. I'm asking you the question.
We're here to collect the car.
Are you, yeah?
What are we going to do? With that amount of aggression and threats, we need to finish our paperwork off, see if he calms down, and then, if he doesn't, call the police.
You know, sometimes I might look like I'm only strapping a wheel up or writing out the paperwork, but I'm aware of what's going on around me. I know where people are or what their position is, so it's very important that you stay aware.
Just keep your eye on him. You got the keys, though? Have you got the keys? Okay. Let me know if he's locking it again. Collection time. Collection date. You a bully?
Not last time I checked.
No, me neither.
With the car now damaged, Mike calls the office.
Hey, Glenn. Yeah, guys just turned up, put a crowbar through the windscreen, threatened everybody. Well, he's got in a car now. Do you want us to? We have to ring the police. Okay, cheers.
All right, trot.
Glenn says you have to report it because he says it's criminal damage. You know, I've had people taking swings at me. I've had all sorts of things. I'm threatening to smash my head in with a hammer. All sorts of different things. But just because they react with violence doesn't mean I have to.
A short while later, the police arrive. The loan secured against the car means the vehicle belongs to the finance company rather than the owner. He's now smashed up their property and not his own.
So what he's done is he's secured a loan against the car and he hasn't paid a penny for it. Do you want a copy of that? It's all there that you need, love.
As Mike and Terry start loading up, the car owner returns.
I'm sorry, but I live here. Don't put your hands on me, please. I'm asking you. Don't put your hands on me. Get off me.
When I first started the job, and people would get abusive and things like that, I did feel the urge to respond. From the word go, Mike, to show me how to do it correctly. It doesn't matter what people are saying. I don't take it personal. It doesn't land. It's just there to do a job, and that's what we do.
Watch the glass, love.
The car owner is arrested and taken away for questioning. He was charged and found guilty of causing criminal damage. He was given a conditional discharge for 12 months and ordered to pay £115 in costs and fines.
You deserve that. I am well impressed.
An eventful job has come to an end. But with so many cars to repossess every day, the team know the next hostile situation may be just a door knock away. High Court enforcement officers Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner are in Hertfordshire. They're carrying out a repossession order to evict a man from his home of 19 years.
Come, get out! Get out!
You are the owner, you are a resident of the property, are you?
I am.
Neil, a taxi driver, was made bankrupt by the Inland Revenue. He's accumulated debts of almost £30,000. He didn't know that High Court enforcement officers were coming today, but now both he and his wife will be made homeless.
The Inland Revenue is not the only people I owe money to. Yeah, I've got all the other bills that I have to contend with, like credit cards and all that, which sort of helped me out, but I'm maxed out, so I'm paying them off as well.
As a bankrupt, Neil's assets are under the control of the official receiver. They've decided his house must be sold to cover his debts. It's up to Paul and Steve to bring about a swift eviction.
I'm not moving from this house. I'm not moving, no.
I understand all is a shock to you, and if I have to, I will call the police and you'll be thrown out into the street. But I don't want to do that. I'm just giving you the extreme view.
It's less than an hour since the eviction began. Outside, the official receiver's representative is waiting for an update.
That's OK, because what they're saying is they know nothing about this. It's all, you know, haven't got the paperwork, never received the judgment, tried to contact trustee and/or they've got an insolvency advisor who's been sorting all this out for them, all of which, of course, is water under the bridge as far as we're concerned, because we're here to repossess it.
Right.
So we, just as a normal practice, allow 2 hours to let them get into gear, calm down, pack their stuff, collect up the pets and make arrangements to go. If I'm not back out in half an hour, send in the attack dogs.
They have been given a long time before this actually occurs, frequently anything between 1 and 3 years. So, you know, people say to me, do I like my job? And I said, well, it's a job that's got to be done. And in most circumstances, they have been given ample opportunity to do something about it. Frequently, people just don't respond to communications from the trustee or the liquidator, whichever.
The eviction can't be ignored any longer.
OK, but we still come back to the fact that you're going to have to leave today.
Well, I will leave sometime today.
No, I'm afraid...
I've got till midnight.
No,
Yes,
no,
today,
I'm sorry.
today.
No, the warrant, we allow 2 hours. People are astounded that they've got so little time to move because their immediate reaction is, how can they move a whole house in 2 hours?
Faced with the reality of eviction, Neil's become resigned to the fact that he has to leave. After nearly 2 decades in a house, they have just 2 hours to pack their personal possessions and go.
I'm getting evicted today. It's sickening. It's horrible. It's my whole world just feels like it's falling apart in front of me. Losing the house is going to break our hearts. Can you take that?
Yeah, I need your coach.
Sorry? Yeah, the coach, please. I've done 17 years in the roll call signals. It's funny I'm being kicked out on Armistice Day.
Neil was a sergeant in the Royal Signals Regiment, serving in Northern Ireland, the Falklands and the Gulf War.
I enjoyed my time in the army, and I know a lot of people will, but we do struggle when you've been stuck in an environment where the money you got at the end of the day was everything paid for.
I did feel sorry for the gentleman who we had to evict that day. He was a soldier, he served in the armed forces. He done, technically, his bit for the country, and this is how he got treated.
I understand these people have got a job to do, but to actually kick somebody out of a house...
Neil and his wife own a joint 30% share of their home. They pay rents for the other 70%, which is owned by a housing association.
Yeah.
They have kept up with their payments and have no arrears at all. It's his other debts that are making them homeless.
I don't care what people say about it. You're not earning big money like some of these people. You're just a general working person, yeah, who goes on day by day, earning what he can when he can.
Brilliant.
Yeah. I'm sorry it's come to this point, and I'm more sorry for my wife. This is what I've gone from running marathons to just 10 yards up the garden and 10 yards back down, carrying an empty freezer. This is the state of my health. I was diagnosed with pneumonia 5 years ago, and I haven't been working that much since. So money was tight anyway, so all my savings went on that.
The house will eventually be sold. But in the meantime, Neil will still need to pay the rent on the property. If he doesn't, the rent arrears will be added to his already huge debts.
Take care.
Thank you.
I'm sorry we met like this, but...
Yeah.
You take care. Okay.
Any possessions they can't take now have been stored with neighbours, who have also offered them a bed for the night. They will speak to the council about temporary accommodation tomorrow.
The support around here is great, and hopefully somebody will help us. And just anybody tells you you're hard in the army is true, but you still got your emotions to hit you at some point. And
Neil hopes he can mount a last-minute deal to allow them to get their property back. But for now, they are homeless. There are 28 million cars in the UK, and many of them are bought using finance. So for repossession specialists like Mike and Terry, there's always a steady flow of vehicles that could soon be hooked up to their recovery van.
doing, mate? Yeah, I've got a repossession order for your Astra.
As private contractors, their work usually comes direct from finance companies, who provide a list of cars they want back. It's up to Mike and Terry to hunt them down. Easier said than done.
Most days, we're up at the crack of dawn, and we're out, we're on the road. It's testing, isn't it? At the minute.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't got it easy, have we?
Scouring the streets for cars, they chase as many as 15 motors a day.
The light's still on. And no car.
But there's no guarantee the cars will be where they're supposed to be.
Terry, there's no sign of the car around the back here. None at all. I'm just going to try the other side of the street, OK?
We do have to sometimes do a lot of waiting around for various reasons.
We're all out of luck.
And it can be tiring.
Oh, God!
So you have to do our best to stay alert.
Right, here we go. Here we go, here we go.
Increasingly, though, Mike and Terry are collecting cars from people who can't afford them anymore. Cash-strapped car owners are handing back their motors to the finance companies.
Is that it? That's the blue one of it. We do recover quite a lot of cars that people have just lost hope in, lost interest because they're fed up with throwing money at it and having problems after problem. I have actually been in debt in a situation where I had a van and that had to get repossessed. I couldn't afford the payments on it. So I understand what it's like to be in the scenario where you're having to give something back. So I do sympathise. I understand how it can come about.
Today, they're driving to pick up a car from Liam, a Liverpudlian who wants out of his finance agreement on his Vauxhall Corsa.
The insurance premium was twice as much as what I was paying for the car a month, so that was sort of forced me to get a finance agreement because I couldn't save up for the car, because I could buy the car but I wouldn't be able to drive it.
For Mike and Terry, jobs like this are the best type of payday. No threats and no violence. Just turn up, take the car and leave with a smile.
When we go to do a job, our first priority is trying to help that person as much as we can, and that's what we genuinely do at every job. So if we can leave a job knowing that we've helped, we've done our best to help that person, then we leave the job happy.
Rent arrears are becoming the fastest growing debt problem in the UK, according to the charity The Money Advice Trust. In the first 9 months of this year, its telephone helpline received nearly 20,000 calls from people behind with their rent.
In the southeast, High Court enforcement officers Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner are en route to a repossession job just outside London. Before they arrive, they always suit up in protective vests.
In July, a housing association bailiff and a housing manager were both shot by somebody in Brixton, just out of the blue. Fortunately, they lived. The bloke was sectioned under the Mental Health Act. So the very next day, I went out and bought the stab vests. These are ballistic vests, in fact, so if somebody does decide to shoot them or shoot at us, I'll know whether they actually work or not the day after. It's not really a laughing matter, though, is it, when you think about it? It could actually come to that. I mean, nobody wants to see us, do they? If the police go somewhere, at least probably 60% of the people they meet are happy to see them. There's nobody happy to see us.
Today, they're carrying out a High Court eviction on a family who owes £736 in rent. It may sound like a tiny amount, but as Paul and Steve know, sometimes the smallest debts cause the biggest problems.
Or 53A.
It's a corner property.
Right.
I looked on the map.
The landlord asked the family to leave 16 months ago when their lease expired, but they have stayed put.
Look at the garages, they built another house in the background.
Oh, right.
Now sitting tenants, they have ignored all attempts to remove them, including county court orders.
Yeah, with the gates. And 2 cars.
Oh, right. Tidy.
But Paul and Steve are now armed with a much more powerful legal writ from the High Court. It entitles them to evict the tenants with no notice. Today, whatever happens, the landlord will get his property back, and the family will be made homeless.
Who lives here? I live here. We've come to repossess the property. Repossess the property? Yeah, we're from the High Court.
You have an order from the High Court to repossess the property today.
When?
Today.
But I've got the court order, but I haven't received any other court order.
No, but the court order said you had to leave the property by the 9th of December.
Yes, but I've got to leave, wait for another court order.
Well, this one came out the day. This came out on Friday, the 13th, from the High Court.
Nothing has come to me.
It doesn't. No, we're here. That's what we've come for.
I haven't received any.
No,
letter.
Listen carefully. This is the court order which was issued on Friday, and I have a copy for you anyway. But the order is immediate. We repossess the property today.
No, I haven't heard anything from the High Court.
No, we're here to tell you.
Okay, but you're telling me straight away.
Yes, that's right.
No, straight away. Tell me. I have to have.
No, you don't. Not from the
I
High
have to
Court.
have a time
No, you don't.
to just come out.
No, you don't. You had plenty. You had time with the county court orders to leave by the 9th.
So whatever I know, as far as I know, I just have to wait for another court order to come. Then I have to leave.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's the order saying you've got to leave now.
But it's as far as you know, it's difficult to just make it straight away today.
I'm
but
sorry,
at least if you have a notice.
But you had notice on the 9th, and you had 2 months' notice before that.
Yes, but I couldn't find any place to just move.
Well, I'm sorry. We have no option in it. We've got to ask you to leave today.
Just straight away.
Straight away. 2 hours.
It can't be possible.
Well, I'm sorry, but if you
no,
need to make...
sorry, it does make means. I've got kids to see. Which kind of work is it to come with the kids and family, take them in a 2 hours time? Which kind of work is this one? The law never said this one. Even if it's this a law, this is cruel law.
I don't disagree with you, but the law is the law, and we're here to enforce it.
2 hours is not possible.
Well, we'll speak to the landlord and see if he wants to give you longer.
The landlord. I've got the most rubbish landlord in my life.
We don't like landlords to be present when we evict a tenant anyway, because it becomes very controversial and confrontational.
But as the landlord lives next door, there's no choice.
No, it's okay. I mean, this is instant. We've got 2 hours to get them out.
Oh, exactly.
If he wants to make it... If you come back here with me.
Shut up.
Hang on, that's enough. Just go inside,
Out of earshot, Paul attempts to keep the peace.
People explode like this. We give them time to cool down.
Exactly.
If he wants to call the police, we don't have a problem with that. We do 10 of these every week.
Brilliant.
We don't have a problem with any of it. We don't raise our voice.
No, there's no point. As you can see, I've had plenty of that over the last 18 months, 22 months I've asked them to leave.
The landlord initially offered them a 6-month lease.
We were on friendly terms. We used to go over there. They used to come over here. Children were playing about together. We had no issues. But obviously, as the time went by, when the 6 months expired, I asked them to move out, and they just said, well, we can't find anywhere to go yet, but we will go very soon.
Next door, Enforcement Officer Steve is talking the tenants through their dwindling options.
The council told us you wait for another court order, and that's why we pick the all staff.
We look everything.
Yeah, no, I can see.
Yeah.
I can see, but
we are not happy living in this property with this rubbish man and rubbish woman.
I explained to you,
We don't know you, we don't know him, all we get is this.
Yes,
So we don't know any of the background at all.
the only thing you can do is get some stuff together for a couple of days until you can arrange to take the rest of the stuff.
For a couple of days. Where we go?
I don't know. If you take this to the council, they should give you emergency housing for a couple of days. I understand it's upsetting. I really do. Yes, I fully understand and I accept that it's not easy.
And my two kids is in school. And
Yeah.
now the school time is coming up.
Yeah.
Even though the family have 4 young children, Steve and Paul have no option but to enforce the eviction. Slough, just outside London. High Court enforcement officers Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner are evicting a family from their rented home.
Hang on, that's enough.
Despite being asked to leave over 16 months ago and a county court order evicting them, they are still living at the property. They owe £736 in rent arrears.
I understand it's upsetting. I really do. Yes, I fully understand and I accept that.
The locks are being changed and the tenants have been given 2 hours to gather their personal possessions.
There you go. It's a criminal offence to re-enter it. Contact me if there's a problem. Won't be a problem.
I had a little bit of legal advice from a very good organisation,
who also kindly informed me that if I do go to the local bailiff's office, which the court has authorised me with a court order, it could take a good 6 to 8 weeks even. The route of the High Court enforcement officer is much quicker, much more costly, but they get the job done.
But there's a problem. Despite being close to Paul's deadline, the tenants have made a decision. Instead of just taking a few belongings for a couple of nights, they've decided to empty the house of all their possessions.
Sofa's coming out now, so I'm getting out of the way.
They're just taking the mickey now. We gave them 2 hours, they've now stretched it to 3, and they now want 4. Not acceptable. Will you need to come back again?
I'm trying to not come back again. I'm trying to just take it out everything.
The longest we can stretch this to today is till 2 o'clock.
I'm just trying now.
That's giving you an extra hour.
Please, yeah.
Paul's deadline has come and gone. The family are still at the property.
How are we doing? We'll be done in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Everything in 10 minutes. You can look at we're working.
No, that's okay. We're going. We're locking the door now.
So what are we going to do with the stuff?
You'll have to make arrangements to come back and get it. We gave you 2 hours. You've now had 3.
You gave us the 2 hours, but look at the amount of stuff.
I don't care. I don't care.
We do try our best to take it out.
10 minutes. 10 minutes. Thank you.
It's almost 4 hours since the sheriffs arrived on the scene, and finally the tenants have gone.
All done? Finish? Okay. Good luck. Okay. Be safe. Bye.
After months of legal wrangling, the property is empty.
I'll be honest with you. I mean,
Pretty good.
We see a lot worse than this.
Oh,
really.
exactly.
You know, on their way out is usually breaking things and...
Well, this is what I was anticipating, but I don't think they had a chance to even think about doing anything like that. They only had this for about 24 to 26 months, and you can see the state of it. It was impeccable when we gave it to them, and that's probably going to need a good few thousand spent on it to bring it back into a decent livable condition again.
They're the new front door keys and 1 key to the building at the very back of the garden.
Brilliant, thank you.
Sorry it took a little bit longer than usual, but,
It's better to get over it done in one go, isn't it?
Yeah.
That.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good luck.
It's worthwhile.
Take
Thanks
care.
a lot.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
It's taken the power of a High Court writ and extensive negotiations to evict the tenants. But Paul and Steve's job is now complete.
Every day is a different day. Some are good days, some are bad days, but somewhere along the line, someone has been done wrong. And it's the chance of getting that put right, and that's how I see it.
It's almost 1 month since taxi driver Neil and his wife were evicted from their home in Hertfordshire. He's still working hard to make ends meet. After visiting the local council, the couple moved into a small temporary bedsit, just a few miles from where they used to live.
This is the sitting room cum bedroom. Yeah, this is the hotel room, as I come to call it, because if you go in any hotel, it doesn't look any different. You put dinner on the table and that's full. You sit down on the settee, that's full. It's very snug for 2 people. My partner's reaction was absolutely... She went spare at me, to say the least, yeah. Crying, angry, ready to kill me. Even now, sort of 4 weeks down the line, we're still very close to separating.
He's also had to say goodbye to his beloved dog.
We're not allowed any pets in the places, so they are with friends, and we try and get to see them as much as we can. Our pets are our family. Sorry, but if I can't have kids, then I've got to have pets. In a way, I can't wait to get out. We're always treading on each other's toes, yeah, because we're so used to having so much open space to walk round. And I get up for work at 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to keep quiet because somebody's asleep next to you. It was easy in the house before because we had another room where I could do all that without disturbing anybody.
In addition to the rent he has to pay for the bedsit, Neil is paying over £700 a month on the property from which he was evicted. He will keep on paying until a buyer is found.
Me and my wife own 30% of the house outright. Yeah, there's no mortgage payments. We pay rent for the other 70%. We're still paying that rent. It's like paying for 2 residents, yeah? I wish I was that rich that I could afford to run 2 residents.
Neil's wish is to get his home back, and he's prepared to do all he can to make it happen.
I've had to take on extra hours at work. It's paid its toll. I've been ill for the last week. I've been off struggling. I'm just knocking myself out working, and I'm sort of so tired that there is nothing else now but sort of working and doing that, yeah.
Itu কি হলো? আজকে রাত্রে যতটা পানি কমছে এরকম 3 দিন কমলেই তো শেষ পানি। বন্ধ পানি, বন্ধ যাচ্ছে বন্ধ। বন্ধ পানি, বন্ধ অনেক। বেবি খেলতে হবে না, তুমি আমার সাথে কথা বলো। পানিতে নৌকা চলে গেছে, চলে গেছে, চলে গেছে, ওই যে চলে গেছে। আচ্ছা চুজা 24 আছে। হ্যাঁ আচ্ছা চাচু না চাচু মামা ফিশ ধরে